All right, guys, so I broke out my very first bait caster. I have not used this in a couple of years. Actually, it's probably been longer than that. It's when I first started using a bait caster, and I got this Abu Garcia Max, and it's supposed to help you not backlash anything. And I remember when I first got it, I almost turned it back in because I couldn't figure out how to use it. I was getting impatient, so I brought it back out because I know as bass ninjas, we're trying to train up little bass ninjas that are wanting to get into bait casting, or older bass ninjas that are trying to get into bait casting, to see if this is actually a good rod to start out with. And so it already came with line on it. It's a very small rod. It's 6-foot medium, and I got a little chatterbait on there with a trailer on it. And I'm just going to cast it around. I'm going to take my thumb off of it and see if it actually backlashes. No backlash. Oh, I thought I had a hit right there. Now, I will tell you, now that I know how to use a bait caster, this is not the ideal if you know what you're doing, because it does not feel that good. It's kind of, I don't even know how to explain it. It's tight. I think the gear ratio is only a 6-to-1 or something like that. It reels heavy. It doesn't reel like a regular bait caster. However, for somebody that's just starting, I haven't backlashed at all since I've had it. So I mean, remember when I first got it, before I was learning how to do anything, I was backlashing it like crazy. But I think I was just more intimidated. But yeah, it actually works. So maybe it's just because I'm more experienced, but I would always start off with something kind of heavy if you're going to use it. But see, there's no backlash. I am putting my thumb on it, but I'm not. That's just out of habit, but I'm not like trying to stop it or anything. Or am I? I don't know. Let me just do it without putting my thumb on it. I think I'm just doing that out of habit. All right, so let me try it again. See? Yeah, see, I'm putting my thumb on it. So it did backlash. But it does have an off. It does have an on or off. So I have it on off right now, so that doesn't count. All right, now I got it on. I didn't realize that it had that on there. So let me get this nasty thing out first. It shouldn't be a bad one. All right, guys, so I got the backlash worked out. It's not really a big backlash. Now, I will tell you, when you're using this as a beginner, if you already know how to use sorry, let me back up. If you're using it as somebody already knows how to use a bait caster, this is going to be horrible, especially when you have the brake on. So it will backlash a little bit, but it kind of catches itself. So I have it turned on. I have this pretty much all the way up. So I'm going to throw it out, and then see, it kind of backlashes, but it fixes itself, kind of. It's just a little tiny backlash. So for somebody that's trying to learn how to use this, but it just does not reel, like it's all wobbly and it's slow. So if they're trying to learn a bait caster, it'd be a great tool to try to do it. I would always still try to teach them to hit the thumb when they're ready to stop, and then it won't backlash at all. But I'd like to try to see if I can catch a fish on this to see what it's like. I mean, if I were to use this, I would use it the old-fashioned way by putting my thumb on it. But see, even it kind of catches itself. So even if it starts to backlash, it doesn't stay long. So I got a bunch of crap in my water. So the goal is I want to try to catch a fish on it and see how it does. All right, so the only way to really make this feel good when it's on is they'll start off with it real tight and then just slowly start bringing this down, and it'll start feeling more like a bait caster. I mean, when you're reeling it in, it's still like pretty rough compared to all bait casters. This is pretty rough like this, but like I'm just backing off of it a little bit, and it doesn't backlash as much when you throw it out. You still have to kind of put your thumb on it a little bit, but to say thumbs free, it would have to be completely tight, and there's still a chance that it backlashes a little bit. Does it backlash like a real bait caster where it takes hours to get it out? No. So I am going to try to catch a fish on this to see what it's like. Now, mind you, I'm in Florida and it is literally 100 degrees today. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch one. I wanted to try this at the local pond, or my backyard pond, sorry, because it's smaller. See if I can get on something. There's something that keeps jumping over here by this tree. So I still have the brake on. So I'm going to keep using it like this, like if I was a beginner, and see if I can get onto something. Like I said, it's horrible when you're, like it doesn't feel like a bait caster once you get used to what a bait caster is supposed to feel like. So, I mean, you can do it without. See, that little thing kind of stops it from going. So, I mean, it's good for a beginner, but you still want to kind of teach them to use their thumb still, even by using it. So, let's see if I can get on one here. All right, so I did turn it down a little bit just because it feels so horrible to fish it like a beginner. Because again, beginners are probably like used to using a spinning combo. It's still better than a spinning combo, but it is like a beginning bait caster for sure. So I'm still using it with the brake, but I'm using my thumb. So I would, even if I let my kids start trying to use a bait caster, I'm still going to teach them how to put their thumb on it. You don't have to do it. Oh, one just hit it right at the bank. You don't have to do it near as much like you do with a regular bait caster. But so again, if you're if you know how to use a bait caster, this is going to feel horrible. So I'll try to catch one. Hopefully I can catch one. I'll try to catch one with the brake on, and then I'll take the brake off and see how it feels with the brake off, with a brake assist, I mean. And you notice it doesn't have a brake on here. I mean, it has some kind of lock. I don't even know what that is. I'll have to look it up. I'm hoping I can catch one. Like I said, it's hot as heck out. I just wonder how far I can actually cast it. I'm just giving it a little short cast. I want to kind of see if I can get it out. Yeah, so see, you can cast it. Again, I got it down a little bit more than what a beginner would have, but I mean, it works. It just, again, when you're in the brake assist mode, it doesn't really feel as good. If that makes sense. But I mean, I can still throw it backhand, I can throw it overhand, and it does help a little bit. It's just there's a little bit more tension. And I know right now the drag on this thing is weird. I just had one hit it right at the bank. It's weird how that thing pops up like that. This thing right here where my thumb's at. But yeah, I mean, it goes. And then I can take my hand off of it. I don't have to hold it down like I do a real one. I mean, you know what I mean. You don't, it's very easy not to backlash it once you know what you're doing. But it feels horrible to fish with, considering bait casters. Now maybe to be different once I take the thing off. I'm hoping I can catch one, but so see, I can still backhand it, but see, I got my hand on the button because I'm just so used to doing it. And I have it down a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna try to do it again and see if I can take my hand off the button. Nope, I still did it. Just it does backlash a little bit if you Take your hand off of it, especially since I lowered it. All right, I'm gonna take it down a little bit more. It's just there's a lot of tension on it. All right, I'm gonna take off the brake assist. All right, I'll move it to off. All right, it's off. Yeah, it still feels horrible. It still feels. But again, that's for somebody who knows what they're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, yeah, I got it all the way down. I mean, it would do the job for somebody that's trying to learn how to use a bait caster. For sure. But I would like to try to catch a fish on it. I'm asking a lot, being that it's 100 degrees outside. I want to see what it's like to catch a fish on it. There's always one right over there. Oh, he's not over there. All right, let me go. Let me go over here. This is where I caught him the other day. We have a 3-pounder in here, a 5-pounder in here. I caught the 3-pounder the other day on a chatterbait. So, actually, I caught the 3-pounder on a frog. I caught the 5-pounder on the chatter. And we have some little ones. Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, oh no, I caught line. I thought that was it. I caught some line. Let me just tell you, that drag was horrible. So I need to, man, that was horrible. The drag is really bad. I thought that was a fish. The drag is really bad, guys. But again, for a newbie, it would be fine. For somebody trying to learn. But if you're just out here trying to fish with it, no. You're like working. Man, I thought that was a fish. I thought he hit it as soon as I threw it in the water. Yeah, it's just, the gear ratio is horrible. Yeah, 6 to 1 to 1. It's bad. Yeah, but again, oh, look at that bass right in there. If I can get it in there. I mean, they're chasing stuff. They're just, I don't think they want this. Well, where are you at, bass? All right, I'm fishing. I'm gonna try this one cast where I caught him the other day, and then it's right over there. Oh, I just messed it up. See, it doesn't even reel like as fast as a. All right, let me go over here in this shaded stuff. There's one usually always right there. I have to come out here a little bit later and try it. I just want to see what an actual fish feels like. There's one that keeps jumping in that tree over there. But he will not jump in my bait. Man, it reels. Oh, that was a good cast right there. Where are you at, bass? Yeah, this is such a small pole too. I'm just gonna try a couple more casts if I can get one. For a beginner, I mean, I think this would work just fine. It would, if they learn how to just put their thumb on it a little bit, like when they're breaking. But if not, just put something a little bit heavy on there. Maybe not real heavy, but probably chatterbait would probably be good enough. Well, I'm deciding to use this on one of the hottest days in Florida, so sorry I'm not getting a chance to see what it feels like to have a fish on it. I did have one hit it right at the bank, but it wasn't enough time to do anything. I'll try over here. Because see, I'm pretty much flinging it out, so. Try over here one more time because I keep seeing them jump. See, I can take my hand off of it and it's not backlash. So, I mean, it's even with the break off, but still, it's kind of, there's still breaking assist in there. So it's not, that's why it doesn't feel like a true bait caster for somebody who knows what they're doing. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to give this away to someone that leaves a comment down at the bottom. Actually, for any new subscribers that has a child that wants to learn a bait caster, just leave a comment down at the bottom. And I will draw names if there's multiple. And then I will make the announcement of who wins. I'll reach out to whoever it is, and whoever wins, I will make an announcement in the next video. So I will be giving away this rod. I wish I could catch something. The rod and the reel both. I wish I could catch something. I could show you what it feels like. But I will say, as a beginner, for somebody that's trying to learn, this will work just fine. I thought I had a hit right there, but I didn't. Matter of fact, I think I'm on something. Nope. All right, let me do one more cast. One more cast. See, I can even back cast it. But I will be giving this away, so just leave a comment down at the bottom saying you have a child that's trying to learn, and then I will draw, I'll put names in a hat, I'll draw names, and then I'll announce the winner on the next live. All right, I hope everybody has a great day. I just snagged a tree, so I think I'm done. All right, guys, God bless you. Peace out.